Hi, and welcome to Grace by Rain, a podcast about the beauty in life. I'm your host, Elaine Shercliffe. Well, if you're listening to this today, you'll notice that it's Wednesday, which means it's Prayer Cast Day, or as I like to call it, Graced by Prayer. The once a week on Wednesdays when I do these, it's just a chance for us to reconnect and have a moment of prayer. These don't tend to be long. So I hope the newcomers enjoy this. And if you don't, that's okay. There are other podcast episodes you can listen to that aren't about praying. But I hope you stay along and enjoy. I had a different idea for this episode, but of course, God tugged at my heartstrings when I kept hearing people say things to me or to other people that they're saving their prayers for something bigger, that they would prefer to pray about something that means more, that holds more, that is more important, that might be life changing. That kind of talk makes me feel a little sad because prayer is for everything. And you don't know what a minor little prayer about, even just about someone not being stressed that day, could do in the long run for the world. We just never know what helping someone change their mindset or by praying for them to have just as simple as a good hair day. We have no clue what that can do, because if they have a good hair day, maybe that gives them the confidence to go into a meeting and just completely rock it. And that meeting is with the city, or they're doing a proposal that will one day launch them forward 5 years from now to be doing something spectacular. And they all said it back to that one day, and they had a good hair day. I mean, I have days like that where I'm like, hey, wow, like this was a good day. I did something good and I felt confident because I woke up and I felt good about my hair, or I felt good in my bones about the day, or I woke up and my body didn't ache, or I got enough sleep. People think that those things are little, but in the grand scheme of things, they can actually lead to something bigger and greater. So that is what I really wanted to focus on today, is praying for all things, big or small. Now, in the Bible, I'm going to read the Catholic version and then the other versions. The Catholic version, over the years, they've become a little bit more, trying to become more true to translation, I guess. And it doesn't always have the same like jazz, the same oomph as some of the other Bibles, which are able to put it more in, I don't want to say layman's terms, but more on the level of the average person. So Ephesians 6:18 says, with all prayer and supplication, pray at every opportunity in the Spirit. To that end, be watchful with all perseverance and supplication for all the holy ones. It's kind of a mouthful, right? When I grew up, hearing for that specific Bible verse was, and pray in the Spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayer and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all the Lord's people. I feel like this version is a little bit easier to digest, a little bit easier to understand, to keep in the back of your head. It doesn't feel as educational, it doesn't feel as school-like, they both mean the same thing. Changing the words did not change the meaning. We are all the Lord's people. The Lord has said that from, day one. It's in the Bible. We are his own. Even if we do things against him, even if we don't believe in God, like God still believes and still loves all of us, regardless of that. And I also want to touch on the fact that it says with all kinds of prayers and requests. If you're not praying to God about everything, you're just not communicating either. I've touched on this before about the little prayers we can say throughout the days, really simple things, thanking God for the food we just ate, or praying for an accident we saw on the road, being very intentional with our prayers. But today's prayer is just going to be about the little things that eventually can become bigger. And sometimes they don't. We don't really know. Only God has an idea of that. And one day we will find out what we did 10 years ago and how it led to now. So this week's prayer, I call it the little things prayer. Dear Lord, may their hairstyle perfectly and their nails never break. May the food they eat be fulfilling and delicious. May the sun shine on them in a way which warms their body and soul. May the darkness provide them solitude, comfort, and peace. May they make the right decisions quickly and without question. May they stay motivated to create beauty in the world. May minor inconveniences not knock them off of their path. May the music they listen to provide exactly what they need in that moment. And may they find joy in the little things which makes each day unique. Amen. This is a really simple prayer we can say for the people in our lives, and we can change it there to me. May I have perfectly styled hair today. May my nails not break. I don't know if anyone has ever broken a nail that's listening to this, but it hurts. I used to make fun of people who would be like, oh, I broke my nail. It hurts so bad. And then I broke a nail and it hurts so bad. But those kind of things can set us off on a bad day, right? And I know it's all about mindset, and we can look and say, it's just a broken nail, like we can get through it. But sometimes we're just having an off day, and it's the straw that breaks the camel's back. And so praying something like this for your friends or the people in your life, or even just a random person, you're just shouting up a prayer, someone on Twitter you never talked before, but they just came across your timeline. This is perfect. It's so little. There's just these little things that actually mean a lot to people sometimes. And like I said, I believe in the power of prayer, and I believe that little things can set people off in the right way. It can set people off in the wrong way. So praying always for these little things. One, it keeps the communication lines open with God. You're constantly talking to him, constantly letting him know that, you need something, you're thanking him, that you trust in him, that you admire, you adore him. And it also allows you to look at life in a little bit of a different way. It allows you to, if you're praying this, you will eventually understand and maybe put yourself in the mindset that, the sun shining on you in the middle of winter after like 25 feet of snow was dumped on you. That it's just like, it's so beautiful and it warms your soul. And that the dark doesn't have to be a scary place. It can be quiet and peaceful. And that there are these little things throughout the day that just make every day so unique and perfect. And to be able to wish those things upon other people as well, I feel, me personally, I feel could in the long run help make the world a better place. Because to be able to make big changes in the world, we have to start small, and we have to water it and grow it and maintain it and take care of it. And for me, I feel like prayer is that way. So I hope you guys enjoy that prayer. I hope it kind of helps you understand who I am, but also how other people who pray often and at all times view prayer, and that you don't have to save your prayers. You don't have to save them for something big or anything like that. You can have a conversation all the time with God, whether you're listening or you're speaking. And I think that's important. So pray away, everyone. Pray, pray, pray all day in every way possible. That's what this podcast is about, finding different ways to pray that maybe you will like. Yeah. So I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your week. Remember to be kind and love always.